let me come over to you, Salama. Um, Tell us what Foundation for Development is all about.
Yes, Foundation for Development is a youth-led organization registered here in Sierra Leone. We are in almost every district in Sierra Leone. We support and also advocate for production and manufacturing in Sierra Leone. As we have always said, we want to see that Sierra Leone can produce and manufacture for itself. We want to see that the food we eat is being produced here. We want to see that the clothes we wear is being produced here. We want to see that the mic we are using here is being produced here. We want to see that everything in this studio is being produced here. The chairs we are sitting on is being produced here. So basically, that is the aim of Foundation for Development. So that is what we support and that is what we advocate for, because we alone cannot do it. So like, we talk to government, we talk to other development partners, and we also as an organization, we engage in structured activities to see that we realize this of our mission of making Sierra Leone self-sufficient and independent. So that is why we are here. That is why we want to come and talk to Sierra Leoneans and particularly the government. I will start by commending them for the strides so far made in fighting the coronavirus, because this is a pandemic. We've seen that how it has devastated countries that are worse than Sierra Leone, countries that are more powerful than Sierra Leone. So the coronavirus being in Sierra Leone is no surprise. But we have seen that the fight has been concentrated much on the fighting the virus, and we have avoided another virus that is called hunger. Like you rightly said, we want to see that we produce for our country. So coronavirus has exposed the reality on the ground. It has really told us that the way we have been practicing, the way we have been doing things in Sierra Leone is not the way to go, because now we can see there are lockdowns everywhere, right? Every country is locking down. Nobody is traveling. Nobody is going anywhere. So it means if you are not traveling, if you are not leaving your home, right? It means you need something in your home. You need to provide something for yourself. I don't have to leave my house to go to Europe, Sicilia for food. I have to produce my own food. So I think this coronavirus has revealed that reality. Because this is what we have been fighting for. This is what we have been advocating for. This is what we have been supporting in the villages, to see that we support our farmers for production and manufacturing in Sierra Leone. So now that, what do we want to say? We want to say that let me just give you some figures from world organizations like the IMF, the World Bank, and the WFP. What are they saying? They are saying in 2020, we will have about over 260 million people who will be food insecure. That means that they will not have sufficient food, and we will have about 40 to 60 million people who will be poor. They are saying that we will be having, I've forgotten another figure, that people will be thrown into abject poverty. And some of those countries that are going to be highly affected, one of those, unfortunately, is Sierra Leone. So that is why we're here. We want to tell government that yes, indeed, you are doing well in the fight against coronavirus, but let's not forget hunger virus as well. Let's see how best we can support farming. Let's see how best we can support local production of food. We have seen lockdown everywhere. People who are engaged in agricultural activities are not moving. How do I do agriculture if I'm not moving? Every inter-district lockdown. So we are saying, is the restriction for those who travel for agricultural purposes. Recently, I went to SCADEP office. SCADEP is an organization, a project that support farmers across the country to see that they increase food production in the country. I went there for, to apply for a project, and then they told me because of the inter-district lockdown, they have hold on to all their projects. That is scary. Now, maybe the food we have now in the country, after eating it, what will happen if we are not producing? We will have more deaths than, because lack of food and water kills in 3 days. Thank God coronavirus will kill you maybe after 14 days, right? So if we don't have food, The post, we'll say what we are trying to do to protect the lives of people from coronavirus, another virus will come and take us.
So how can we produce our own food when everyone just don't want to do the dirty job? No one wants to go to the farm except our grandfathers and grandmothers in the village. And then currently everything is so stiff that even the farmers are complaining. There was a report done by one of our reporters here at FTN, maybe as the program goes on, we'll have a look at it, wherein the farmers themselves were complaining about how everything is so stiff, even the seeds are not enough anymore for them to be planting and all of that. So how can we produce our food when, of course, we're not having seeds, and then, of course, the farmers are complaining of stiff business, and a lot of people do not want to go into agriculture?
Yes, the points, the other points are in place, but the point to say people don't want to do the dirty work, people don't want to go back to the farms, I don't think that is correct. I believe people want to go back to the farms. I believe people want to do dirty work. But before doing dirty works, before going to something, it has to be attractive. But agriculture has not been attractive in Sierra Leone. Government and other NGOs has not given it attention. So people are not attracted to it. It doesn't matter how dirty your work is. Hence, I will get money in it. I will go and do it. But that is not the case in Sierra Leone. Like you likely said, another problem is lack of seeds. We don't have tools. We don't have finance. Food for work. These are the problems. These are the reasons why people are not doing the work. But people really want to do the work. So that is why we are here, to tell government that these are the problems. We already know the problems. So what is now the thing is to respond to these problems. So what do we need to do? We need to supply these people seeds. We need to supply them with tools. We need to supply them with machinery and any other thing that is that is usable in the field of production. Let us ease the restrictions for those traveling on the reasons of agriculture. If that is not done, I think we are heading for doom. Because as I said, if after coronavirus, hunger virus, so how will people survive? As I said, 3 days after without food and water, you die. And coronavirus kills you after 14 days. You see, so let's see how best we can support farming. So you said, how is that going to be possible? Let's go back to the villages. Let's ease the restrictions. Let's support the farmers. Let's give them the necessary tools. Time is already getting late, so let's do it robustly. Let's support our farmers. People are doing vegetables. People are doing rice. People are doing other things. So let's support them so that we produce more. If not, I think we will really head for something that we will not be able to bear.
Okay, talking about the government to take away the restrictions in the provincial areas so that to be able to transfer seeds and deliver other equipment to farmers in the province areas. Don't you think taking away the restrictions would give excuses to other people to flout the rules?
Well, that is why the law enforcers are there, and when we say when we say we want the government to remove restriction, we're not saying remove restriction for everybody. We are saying remove restriction for people who are in the agricultural field. Those who have evidence that yes, we are going on an agricultural trip. We know people like SCADEP. SCADEP is a very recognized organization project in Sierra Leone. So we went there, we said, okay, we want you to support us, we want to support our farmers back in the provinces. They said, no, right now we have, put on hold to the project, right? But SCADEP works directly with the Ministry of Agriculture, so they know them, right? So saying other people will, flout the law, I don't think so, because even today, there are people who are traveling across Sierra Leone based on maybe they are given passes or they have exceptions.
Because there are passes going out.
So that is it.
So the pass systems are not operating.
No, passes are not for the agricultural people, right? There are no passes for agricultural people. The passes are for health workers and there's some other maybe for those who travel with food, right? Only. So how would you give pass to somebody traveling with food and then you don't give pass to somebody who produces the food? It doesn't make sense. So you have to give somebody who produces the food as well, so that the food supplies will not be cut off. But if you just give pass to somebody who travels with the food, then what if the food, this person is traveling with got finished?
So
Where again can we have
could
food?
that be one of the reasons why we're having inflation of goods, foodstuffs in marketplaces right now?
Well, I think there's some problem in that regard. Like very recently, I saw a news wherein people from Koidu City, they are complaining, right? They are complaining that their foodstuffs are getting, spoiled because they don't have access to, to the various markets, especially to Freetown. Because even though there are passes, I don't know why they are not able to bring their foodstuffs, because government says those traveling with food are exempted from the issue. So even if government has said that those traveling with food, they are exempted, but I think security forces are still blocking them. So it's a whole problem in its entirety. So let's look at hunger. Hunger has been a very long-serving virus in Sierra Leone, right? It is not just here for today. It has been here. About statistics Sierra Leone says 56.8% of Sierra Leoneans are poor. And one of the figures I said I forgot earlier when I was giving figures is a figure from WFP. WFP says Sierra Leone will experience a rise in food insecurity in 2020. We will move from 34% to 47%. That's very scary, right? So let's see how best we can tackle that. If we continue to sit down, and in fact that figure came at a time when we have not even recorded a case of coronavirus. That figure came at a time when we have not even implemented these restrictions. So what will happen now that we have implemented some restrictions? People are not working, everybody is relaxing. I think even if coronavirus finishes today, it's going to be a problem, and I think we'll have to tackle that.
As we don't cite out the problems, about food and agriculture right now in the midst of COVID-19, as an organization, what have you been doing to make sure you solve the problem, or at least be of support to that problem?
Yes, like my sister said, they have a slogan, time for action. Like if you look at my shirt, you can see also time for action. It's a good thing that young people are now beginning to think that this is the time for action. This is not just the time to talk. They are just from sharing menstrual hygiene, kids to young girls. I think that should be the new way to go. It is not just about talking. We don't just have to tell government, oh, our girls have this, our girls do not have hygienic things. But what have they done? That is what she is saying. So for us as an organization, we say this is time for action. This is not the time just to talk, because the problems are almost known to everyone. We know that we don't have food. We know that we are hungry. We know that our education system is poor. We know that youth don't have jobs. So we at Foundation for Development, what we have been doing is to see that we support farmers to see that they produce food. I know you're aware of a project we did at Mapang, where we support farmers to see that they produce cassava, which was over 50 acres of cassava farm for the people of Mapang, and also we are also supporting farmers at Pujehun. As I said, we are almost everywhere in every district in Sierra Leone. So our team members are there. So like we are getting information directly from them about what is happening in the farms, what is happening to farmers. So like during this COVID-19, we have not been able to take up tangible or maybe some activities simply because of the restrictions and also the economic hardship. Because for us, what we have been doing is sponsored by us as members, and then we are not rich people. We are not employed where we can have fat how do I put it, fat salaries so that we can support the organization. So all what we have been doing is solely sponsored by us. So now it's COVID-19 time. Though it is COVID-19 time at Pujehun district, we have our coordinator there who is doing very well. He is supporting farmers. They are there. They want to establish cassava farm, also maize farm, to see that they cushion the effect of the coronavirus, because coronavirus comes with hunger as well. There are certain places that are not getting food. So if we don't plant food now, it's a problem. So basically, we have been supporting farmers, but it has been small because we don't have money, and we have not get any external support from people, from government, from organizations. Though we have been engaging some people, some organizations to say that they support our movement, that this is what we want. We want Sierra Leone to be self-sufficient. We want Sierra Leone to produce food for itself. We want Sierra Leone to produce other things for itself, because that is the only way we can create economic development. And then, as I was saying some figures, the World Bank is saying 50 to 60 million people could go into abject poverty as a result of coronavirus. So if that is the case, what else can remove poverty like agriculture? They are saying, WFP is saying that 265 million people will go food insecure. What else can remove food insecurity apart from agriculture? Some of these things, agriculture have been described as the backbone of any economy. Whilst we are in school, these are the things that we are taught. And also there was a soft topic under agriculture that called importance of agriculture. Under that, they taught us that agriculture increase revenue, that is the economy. It also brings foreign exchange. It provides food. All of these good things agriculture provides. So that is what we are advocating for, and that is what we'll do. And we'll do more than we'll talk, because it is not just about talking. This is the time for action. Everybody knows the problem. Let us now respond to the problems. So that is what we want to tell the government, that Sierra Leone has been a country wherein when one project comes, every ministry, everybody concentrate on that project. It should not be like that. And this is a health problem. Let the Ministry of Health deals with it. Let the Ministry of Agriculture go to the agricultural field. Let the other ministries go to their own ministries and do things. So we as an organization, we have not been solely concentrated on COVID-19, because that is not health is not our mandate. But even as that, we have been able to create some flyers wherein we sensitize the public. Please put your face mask as you're seeing mine. This is also a way to tell people that even though we advocate for hunger, we also want your well-being, because it is only when you are alive that you can eat. So we have been doing some of those messages to tell people that yes, coronavirus is real, and then make sure you follow all the precautionary measures to curtail the disease. And don't forget hunger virus as well.
Now let's go over to a report done by FTNs and EMSND about some farmers, the challenges they are faced with in this COVID-19. Let's have a look at it.
All things are turning around during this COVID-19 period. Agriculture and food security is also a paramount necessity and therefore should be taken into consideration. Awanatu Kamara, an onion and green plant farmer in Kamen, explained the constraints and challenges, especially the cost of fertilizer and the sale of this product, which is their only means of livelihood for the family.
Baking commodity, I go for wholesale. So on the way they go sell things they trang as on a neighbor safe. Pass you can cook or iba, go to the heater or ship the heater. Business no day. At least green work in pick and so now I can get with here they eat. Now I can get back with it, I can go sell. If you can done, I can buy medicine for canon of already see a bus go able come on fine. Because support no day. The price if you say 2,000, then can pay them 500 on the 1,000 and so they sell about we can say one sell and pass that. But if you want can do your own business, pass you sell and so how they want. Put fertilizer, but then they all are strain, no they get. Pass we can go buy. Sunday we can let for put ourselves because we no can get money, we no they get support. Pass you direct say before you go buy fertilizer, but we can put an and you kick up you. This fertilizer, what we can put an and they make the thing they all fresh and if come on fine. But if you see no they nothing and so no more. Well, I let Papa government help we. For the medicine, there the seed there, we not get better seed this year. Well, the seed they all buy, all don't well expire. If you like what they help we so, then supply all anything and they sometimes then go find for who buy there, for let them buy it so fine. But if it does not be well, people then can buy to we how them like, how them want. Papa government, if you not help we go for left the farming, who go meet in a city.
Nabi Kamara, who sow okra, eggplant and pepper, also noted numerous challenges during the sowing and selling period of this vegetable, which can degrade in status before reaching the point of sales just to obtain or no profit.
Iko pack do come, maponye, amap, mapo mape, meme potape, da mbaka basi ame machir machemi, molo mpasi 40 days. All of pass 2 months, make it 3 months. It took to buy kitu, tila buy rubber, tila ma. Pepi me tila nga today wire so 60,000 and kitu. Nga mama kone to tila man ko to pepi tamu to 80,000 and 90,000 and tila 100 ton and tila.
Mahmoud Bundu Kamara talks of different stages they go through in order to achieve successful farming. Yet these products are being sold just to acquire low income in the business. It therefore called on the government to provide the necessary ingredients and a level playground for every farmer.
Well, we start the process through by brushing. After we don't brush, we clear and then we begin lay hip there. We don't lay the hip and we begin nurse. And from the nursing, even at the Abasi, it take about 1 month and 10 days. One Papa government may help we through from the fertilizer and other things, and the watering can there. Last message is that me I hope say Motama we struggle very hard, we go succeed one day, and I go able to talk to them back, make them come in farming.
Agriculture is
Okay, that was a report done by Ada E.M. Sandi, and as we've heard from the farmers, it's really hard for them right now. They do not have seeds, there is COVID-19, and nothing is actually going to them right now to do their farming, and they are calling the government to come to the aid for support, and that is why we have organizations like Foundation for Development who are there to advocate for farmers and to make sure that food is sufficient for Sierra Leoneans. So as we wrap up the program, Talama, what would be your roundup statement to the government and the viewers out there?
I want to join the farmers that who have just spoken about their challenges. That's just few of the challenges. If you go across the country, you see farmers tell you a lot of other challenges, and then government has not been focused on helping the farmers. So we want to tell, we Foundation for Development wants to tell the government, please concentrate on farming, concentrate on local production and manufacturing. Even this COVID-19 equipment that we are using to fight the COVID-19, we have to focus also on our local producers, our local manufacturers. We have seen on social media and on other media platforms where we see our young people are producing or are manufacturing certain machines that can be used, you know, in the fight against coronavirus. So I've seen it also in other countries like Rwanda, Kenya, and other places. So let's support those people. Let's support our young people to produce for us hand washing machines and other equipment to fight coronavirus, because we believe at Foundation for Development, production and manufacturing in Sierra Leone is the new way to go. We need to do that so that we can have economic growth and self-sufficiency for for national growth. Without that, I think it would be a problem. So we hope the government looks into that, and then also ease restrictions on those that are involved in agriculture. Somebody that wants to do agriculture, please don't block the person. Let the person go anywhere around Sierra Leone to do his or her agricultural activity so that we can have food security in Sierra Leone.